you'd be like, what is this video is about? Well, this video is about something that we all say to ourselves. Well, I don't know about other people, but people saying that they're not artists, they're not creative enough, right? This come out from thinking a lot, right? And people say that they're not artists, right? And so there's different theme in this video. There's Bruce Lee, right? Bruce Lee! Oh, look at his yellow jumpsuit. I was a long time ago. I was watching Jet Li movie, and there was this guy. His name is Frankie, and he was trying to like be like Bruce Lee, and he had like a yellow jumpsuit. Now, Stan Lee, you probably know, right? And so, but these books, these manga don't mean anything to you. Some do, some not. If people are into anime, that's fine. But there's different themes around it. So today, I wanted to cover something that give you a different perspective of an artist. Because I think that people think artists are like singers, right? They draw, they paint, they dance, they move with their body. But I give you a different perspective of what is actually an artist. So in our life, you and I, we're artists. We paint pictures, but in different ways. So in each and every one of us are artists, but we just don't see it that yet. Think about this. I call it art form marketing. Instead of people talking about video marketing, because it's a video, some people some people could see it as very technical. For me, I think of it as an art form, because everything is an art form. Everything that you do is an art form, and you're marketing through that. When you do things, it's a signature, fingerprint in the universe, and most people don't see that. So today, I'll bring that to you. Okay, so I have right here. This is a manga, an artist drawing a romantic stories of a samurai, Rurouni Kenshin. One of my favorite childhood manga books. Might not mean anything. You just think of it as a samurai story, right? And this one is One Piece. Everybody know One Piece. It's mainstream. It's a story about I don't want to say it, a boy wanting to be the pirate or whatever kind of the pirate. Monkey D. Luffy, and most people probably wouldn't read this, but actually, Love Hina, back in boarding school days, me and my friend and I, they were watching Love Hina, okay, a romantic stories about a guy who don't remember, and then he says something to another girl, and they don't remember. I haven't watched. It's been so long, but it's a good anime. Now, this is about a boy in the ninja village. It's a ninja, and that is a story about, or manga picture about Go board game, and this guy created all these heroes. So why am I showing you this? Because and also Bruce Lee. So in each and every one of these manga has a different style of drawing, different style of thinking, different style of way that the artist in their mind has interpreted how to draw the scene. And of course he do too. But he probably a living legend, man. Like, goddamn, how many heroes can you create? Jesus. I was thinking that's so many goddamn character. Alright, so let's talk about it. People say they're not creative, right? But I give you them a different perspective that they haven't seen yet. Creativity doesn't not necessarily mean an art form. Like drawing. It could be the way that you see a situation in your mind and you interpret it, right? Or you can just, in a way that when you take a picture of yourself or someone else, you see a different thing, a different angle than someone else, because you have a different way of viewing what it's something that you like and something that you how is it? When you take a picture of yourself, you can see something that the other person can't see, and that is a way of art form. But people don't see that, and the way that you take pictures is an art form, because you see something that you liked, but the other person can't see because they don't have the unique mind as you. Your mind, your brain is an art form. All the connection that you have been made as you grow up, all the web of thoughts, the way that you think is an art form. The way that you create, most people don't understand that they are artists. See, they paint their pictures. I call it the mental picture that they create in their mind, and then they paint it on the outside world. If life is a blank canvas for you, let's say everything in the past that you have done, the mistakes that you have did, right? You let that go, but don't forget that the past made who you are today, and because the past is preparing you for the greater things that you're going to accomplish, we shouldn't forget the past. We should learn from it because we have pattern recognition, right? That the story that we tell in our unique way in our mind is an art form. Let me see. Okay, so most people don't understand. Let's say a book is an art, right? Self-help in fiction. Someone is painting a character, a story, a scene in their mind, and they paint it in words, and they put it in the book instead of graphic novel, right? Entrepreneurs, when they build their business, they have a certain style, a certain way of thinking. They paint their pictures in creating a business, whatever that is, right? They are painting their pictures and they're building it. That's why they have a signature, like Elon Musk for Tesla, right? Richard Branson, the Virgin, right? That sounds weird, but the Virgin, and all these entrepreneurs, they have a, just like Donald Trump. Donald Trump has a Donald Trump Tower. He had a, and just like Evan Carmichael, he have belief. He had a signature. That's an art form. Bruce Lee, the way that Bruce Lee captivate the audience on film. See, the director, the movie director, they're artists. Now, most people don't understand that every unique experience made who you are. And those experiences created you. They molded you, the way that you think, the way that you move, the way that you create in your mind. So, people talk about they're not artists. Think about this, right? When you think of a thought and then you go to execute it, the way that you execute it is very different from somebody else. Now, most people, I've seen a lot where they try to copycat another person because they love the person. I used to do that too, like Bob Proctor and everybody else. But the problem is, Bob Proctor or Earl Nightingale has her signature, but Bruce Lee has a signature. You can't copy Bruce Lee the way that he does things. You can't copy anyone else. What you can do is, the greatest gift that you can. All right, so let's talk about video too. The way that you do a video is very different from a person. For me, the way I'm just using words, but the words are painting the way that you see. I'm giving you an idea that paint a picture the way I see things, because it can open you to think in the way that that you can't see, because people talk about they're not creative. Often entrepreneurs are very creative in nature, otherwise they wouldn't be able to. In order to be very creative, you have to at least, because most artists, they are also influenced by other artists, because you are also influenced by whoever you look up to. I have many people who I look up to, and I mash that together and make it my own. You have to take these ideas into your own. So the way that I see is this. And art form marketing is based upon when people make videos, there's a signature that's being put out. Obviously their experience, their pain, the way that they paint their words when they speak. Les Brown has a signature. He already had a signature through the universe. When he died, he will live on. And that energy, that frequency, that art form, everybody that you know, Albert Einstein has a signature, right? Thomas Edison has a signature. And all these people have lived on through eons. And they will be remembered. Their name is echoing through the future and beyond. And that's an art form that's living. It's alive. So remember, every story that people create, whether it's on movies, books, pictures, the way that they take, the way that they built the business, the way that they built their bodies as a bodybuilder, they built their body in very different ways. They work out a different way. They kung fu or karate is an art form. Cooking is an art form. You gotta know that's an art form, right? Whether you're vegans or whatever, meat eaters, there's an art form, a style. Baking, when they bake a cake, is an art form. When people play cards game, it's an art form. When they play chess, when they play Go, when they express themselves. One time when I was walking, just to buy Starbucks, I one time asked the person that was making or getting getting my order, and I was asking the girl, she's why you like color your hair purple, and she say that is the way that I express myself through the hair. Isn't that interesting? That the way that we express ourselves through the way that we wear our clothes, the way that we choose a certain type of movie into our mind, the way that we care for a song. Like musicians, they have a different way of seeing things, right? The way that people teach is very different, right? Because when they teach, they're teaching also from their experience, the way that their thought patterns is, and then they put it through a medium of videos, pictures on Instagram or whatever they now, or tweets. The way that they think is very different. Do you get it now? Or the way that even though the story of the movie Bruce Lee, the story has been told so many times, but the way that they create the movie is very different. Like the Monkey King, right? When people create the Monkey King, they use the old story and recreate it in better image, different angle, different character, the same character but different way of the designs, right? So the way that I see this, if your life and if your whole life, it's a movie, right? And that your whole life is that you're creating your life through the thoughts, images, and you move it, and when you create, is by drawing it. You think about this. When you draw, when you take a pen, you draw, right? And that's tangible. You can see it. So whenever time you move into action, you're drawing your life, direction. Ooh, boom, right? That's you drawing it. Every time you execute, every time you think a thought and you act on it, you're painting your canvas. You're drawing your life. Isn't that interesting? Just like he did. Stan Lee forever will have a signature through eons because of what he did, what he created. Iron Man, all these heroes that he have created, right? That's a signature. We have to find our signature, our unique lens that we can offer to the world, our unique perspective, our unique thought that create the will of the universe. That is, think about this, because I was thinking about this all last night. I was thinking about the universe in itself is creative. The universe is an artist, right? The universe is creating and destroying, right? Is paint, when it create, it produce an art form, very powerful planets, stars. It's creating, and when it's creating, it's playing, and it's mixing around, and it's messy, it's explosive, right? And it destroy, decay, just our life. We create it. We use our thought. As they said, the beginning was the word, so our thoughts is the word, the way that we paint our life, and we produce it in our life. And that starts the process of creation of an artist. Because you are an artist of your life. Isn't that interesting? When you create an art, it come out. It might not be beautiful. It might not be the way that you think it is, but it's still an art. But you can produce the art that you want. Think about this. Every time that I don't like the way that I draw, I erase it, right? Now, we can't erase our event, right? But what we can do is recreate the way that we want it to. So if you don't like the event, you cannot let go of the old past. Just create the things that you want in life. Ooh, that's powerful. The way that I look at it is everything is in art form. The animals are in art form from the universe. The organism, the micro, everything from the small to the microcosm to the macrocosm. Big and small. It's in art form. Every life form is in art form. I call it art form marketing. That's it today. I guess that's a lot. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.